The sound of automobiles honking stuffed the busy avenue that morning. The solar blazed overhead, and the city heat was nearly insufferable. Ella held her mom's hand tightly as they waited by the roadside, hoping to pass. "Keep my hand well, Mama," Ella said softly. Her mom, Mama Grace, a poor, thin girl in her past due 1940s, nodded and smiled faintly. "Don't worry, my baby. We'll go together." Mama Grace had struggled all her life, promoting veggies by means of the roadside simply to survive along with her daughter. At 23, Ella became the simplest reason she kept going. Lifestyles had in no way been smooth. They lived in a tiny, damaged one-room rental inside the slums, surviving in the future at a time. That morning that they had long gone to the marketplace to buy a few matters. Mama Grace was surprisingly joyful, telling Ella that at some point God might bless them and trade their tale. But simply as they stepped forward to move the busy toll road, the whole lot modified. A noisy screech of tires crammed the air. Someone shouted, "Watch out!" Before Ella should pull her mother again, a rushing car came out of nowhere. "Mama!" she screamed. The effect threw Mama Grace to the floor. People rushed toward them, shouting for assist. Ella knelt beside her mother, shaking her gently. "Mama, Mama, please wake up. Please don't depart me," she cried, tears streaming down her face. Her mom's eyes fluttered open slightly. Blood trickled down the facet of her face. I'm best," she whispered weakly, though her trembling arms told every other tale. Within minutes, a kind stranger stopped his automobile and helped them get to the closest health facility. On the clinic, Mama Grace became rushed into the emergency room. Ella waited out of doors, pacing up and down, praying tougher than she ever had in her lifestyles. Hours passed. Eventually, a medical doctor came out, his face grave. "Are you her daughter?" he asked. "Yes, medical doctor." "How is my mother?" "Please tell me she'll be satisfactory." The health practitioner sighed deeply. "She has internal accidents, very critical ones. We're trying our first class, however, we can't promise something yet. You have to prepare your thoughts." The one's words shattered Ella's coronary heart. She collapsed onto a chair, sobbing uncontrollably. Over the next few days, Mama Grace drifted inside and out of awareness. Ella in no way left her aspect. She held her mother's hand, whispering prayers and begging her to stay alive. One night, Mama Grace referred to as Ella softly, "My baby." Ella leaned nearer, tears accumulating in her eyes. "Sure, Mama, I'm right here. If something takes place to me." Mama Grace's voice changed into faint. "Don't cry too much. Be strong. Promise me you'll keep dwelling." "No, Mama. Don't communicate like that." "You'll be pleasant. God will heal you," Ella stated, shaking her head stubbornly. Mama Grace smiled weakly. "Promise me something else, Ella." "What's it, Mama?" "If I don't make it, tell the physician to present my kidneys to someone who wishes them. Permit my kidneys assist another individual stay." Ella's tears fell like rain. "Mama, please don't say that. Please come back. I want you. I'm fighting my baby. But if God calls me, let me cross in peace," Mama Grace whispered, squeezing Ella's hand gently. 3 weeks later, Ella sat via the medical institution mattress, maintaining her mother's cold hand, praying silently. Suddenly, the machines around them commenced beeping loudly. Nurses rushed in. "Physician, her blood stress is losing speedy." Ella turned in to brush aside as they attempted the entirety to keep her. She cried, calling her mother's name over and over. After what felt like hours, the doctor became to her slowly, removing his gloves. His eyes were filled with sadness. "I'm sorry, Ella. We lost her." The words echoed in her ears. She couldn't breathe. It felt like the whole world had collapsed. She fell to the floor, screaming, "Mama, no! Please don't go away me." The health practitioner lightly touched her shoulder. She made a request earlier than she passed about her kidneys. "We've already commenced the manner, Ella. It become her remaining desire." Through her tears, Ella nodded. Do it. Do as she wished. 3 months later, Ella stood quietly by her mom's grave, retaining a small bouquet of sparkling plants. Her first-rate buddy, Jane, stood beside her, retaining her hand for comfort. "Mama," Ella said softly, her voice trembling, "we kept your kidneys secure within the hospital. You said you desired to help someone stay. I'm still ready to see who God will send. I miss you each single day. I don't realize how to stay without you." She wiped her tears slowly. Jane rubbed her back gently. "Be sturdy, Ella. She's watching over you." Ella knelt via the grave, placing the plant life carefully. "Relaxation Nutsly, Mama. I love you." Across the metropolis, in a steeply priced mansion with tall glass home windows, golden gates, and highly priced motors parked outdoor, lived Desmond Williams, one of the richest men within the metropolis. At 33, he had the whole thing: money, power, reputation, and a beautiful female friend, Sandra. But one evening, Desmond observed something unusual. Sitting via the poolside, sipping wine, he felt a sharp pain in his lower back. At the start, he omitted it, wondering it become strain, but over the following few weeks, the pain worsened. He grew constantly tired, his skin pale, and his appetite vanished. Sandra observed too. "Babe, you appearance ill. We want to see a medical doctor." Desmond waved her off. "I'm quality, Sandra." Just worn out. However, sooner or later, after fainting spells, Sandra pressured him to go to the clinic. Checks found out the truth. Both his kidneys had been failing. He needed a transplant right away. Desmond felt the floor below him vanish. Sandra tried to console him. However, he could hear nothing. His perfect existence became crumbling, and he felt powerless for the primary time. Even his father, Chief Frederick Williams, offered his kidney, but checks confirmed it turned into not a suit. Desmond's hope appeared to vanish in addition. Meanwhile, Ella struggled to live on in the slums. She sold oranges by means of the roadside, operating difficult each day, retaining her mom as closing desire in her coronary heart. "Let my kidneys assist a person else live." Someday, Mama Agnes, Desmond's elderly, prepared dinner, passing by way of, observed Ella and encouraged her as a brief prepared dinner within the mansion. Ella took the opportunity, determined to make a clean start. While she arrived, she faced Sandra's hostility straight away. But Desmond stood by using her, insisting she accept a chance. Ella's cooking inspired him, and slowly their bond grew. Desmond couldn't prevent considering her the way she smiled, her calm electricity, the air of mystery of kindness she carried. Months passed. Then sooner or later, astonishing discovery modified the whole lot. The sanatorium referred to as Desmond with lifestyle-saving news. A kidney matching his had been donated months in the past. It belonged to a girl named Grace. Desmond found out the fact. The kidney got here from Ella's late mother. Ella's mom had saved his lifestyles without ever assembling him. Desmond became beaten with gratitude. Over the years, Desmond's fitness completely recovered. He became conscious of Ella, not simply as an employee, but as a person profoundly linked to his very survival. Sandra, ate up by using jealousy, even attempted to poison the meals. However, the mansion's CCTV caught her inside the act, and she or he became confronted. Ultimately, 12 months after the kidney transplant, Leader Frederick and Desmond acknowledged the astonishing connection between Ella's mom and their lives. Desmond absolutely found out his emotions for Ella, whilst Ella understood the achievement of her mom's final desire. Their lives, as soon as separated by way of social class, had been now intertwined in destiny, gratitude, and love. Sandra froze, her face pale as the video performed again. Every circulate she made was there for all to look. The anger in Desmond's eyes burned hotter than the sun outside. "Do you understand what you have been approximately to do?" Desmond's voice was bloodless, sharp. "You desire to hurt people due to your egocentric jealousy. My cooked dinner, the woman who saved my lifestyles, or even the body of workers, you'd hazard all of them for what? Your pride?" Sandra opened her mouth. However, no words came out. Desmond's father, Chief Frederick, improved. His generally calm face became stern. "Sandra, I've raised my son better than to let every person harm him or others. You're leaving this house without delay. You no longer come returned." Sandra stumbled backward, tears in her eyes. However, no apology came. She grabbed her bag and stormed out, the gate slamming in the back of her. Ella, who were trembling, finally let loose a long sigh, remedy washing over her. Desmond walked towards her slowly, his eyes softening. "Ella," he said gently, "I want you to know. Nothing you do will ever be risky on this house. You've been honest, hardworking, and sort. And extra than that, you've already given me the finest present lifestyles." Ella's eyes full of tears once more. However, this time they had been tears of gratitude and happiness. She smiled shyly. "Thanks, sir. I best did what my mama needed. She usually desired to help a person." Desmond held out his hand. "Then permit me assist you now. Now, not simply as my prepared dinner, but as someone critical to me." Ella's heart skipped a beat. She hesitated, then slowly took his hand. A warmth spread via her chest, the form of warm temperature she had never felt before in her hard, difficult life. Months passed. Ella had become an indispensable part of the mansion, no longer just as a cook dinner, but as a trusted companion to Desmond and Chief Frederick. Their bond grew more potent, constructed on trust, kindness, and the unstated gratitude for a present that had modified the entirety. Desmond frequently sat through the poolside, recalling the day he had first visited her peeling oranges. "Humorous," he could say with a gentle smile, "how existence works. A lady I in no way met gave me existence. And taking a person I should by no means forget into it, Ella persevered to honor her mom's reminiscence every day, serving meals, assisting others, and residing with the quiet pride of knowing her mama's final desire had changed a person's global. And even though she overlooked Mama Grace forever and ever, she felt her presence in every type act, in every smile she added to others. One evening, because the solar set and painted the sky gold, Desmond walked with Ella through the garden. He stopped, took her hand, and whispered, "Lifestyles gave me a second chance. And in you, it gave me even greater." Ella seemed up at him, smiling, her coronary heart light for the primary time in years. She subsequently felt secure, loved, and at home. And someplace, past the clouds and the mile, Mama Grace smiled down, knowing a part of her had honestly lived on, changing the lives of human beings. She might by no means meet maintaining her promise, retaining her love alive. The tale ends with wish, love, and the quiet reminder that even in loss, kindness can create miracles that ultimate all the time.